Hello, hello. I am back to help you do this thing called life. We've been talking about Jesus, his emotions, his temptations, how he dealt with people, how he handled situations, just trying to see how we can win at this thing called life. So, we're getting closer and closer to the cross. And so we are really examining the trials as if he didn't have trials throughout his ministry. It seems like they came faster and faster and faster the closer he got to the cross, because that was his ultimate assignment. And even as I just said that, y'all, if it seems like the attacks are coming quicker and quicker and quicker, don't be distracted. Don't be fooled. The attack is the proof that you're close to something, or Satan wouldn't be pulling out all his tricks. So be encouraged about that. Don't let multiple attacks make you think I'm doing something wrong when you know you're not. Um, let the multiple attacks indicate just how close you are to the promise. So Jesus was telling them in yesterday's lesson, he was talking to Peter because he had told him that all of them would leave him that night. All of them were going to leave him. And in Luke 22, is somewhere around, I think today is the 33rd and 34th verse. But Peter was telling him, Jesus told him, this was in yesterday's, Peter, Satan has desired to sift you as wheat. He said, but I've prayed for you that your faith won't fail. And when you are converted, strengthen the brothers. So tonight I want to, and I think I read through it, but there was a part in there when Peter was like, Lord, I'm willing to die for you. I'll go to jail with you. I'm not, I'm in this. And Jesus said, Peter, before the rooster crows, you will have denied me 3 times. You will have denied that you even know me. Y'all, there are some things that you think you'll never do until you do them. And I remember one time I was in worship many years ago. I was in worship and I was just so sincere. I was so in, like, oh God, I love you so much. I love you so much. God, I love you. I am willing to die for you. And y'all, just as plain, I heard the Lord say, that's easy. Will you live for me? Talking about a douse of cold water. He got me right together because it was heartfelt. But so what? Dying is easy. Will you live for me? And basically, that's the same thing he was telling Peter. Peter's like, oh, I'm willing to die. I'm willing to go to jail. Peter. No. Before the rooster crows tonight, you will have denied me 3 times. So y'all, but the Lord said he had already prayed for him. He had already prayed for him that his faith wouldn't fail. And he knew there was going to be a bounce back in Peter. He knew that he was going to get up from this thing. And I believe that that word in and of itself may be the thing that gave Peter the gumption to get up, that gave him that resilience. Like, no, my Lord said he already prayed for me. Because later we see that when Jesus arose, he told them, go get the disciples and Peter. So he knew that Peter was somewhere else doing something else, but we'll talk about that another day. But I just want y'all to know that, don't be discouraged by everything that's coming your way. Live for the Lord. And even if you mess up, get back up again. Get back up. That's Jesus's teaching directly to Peter. And tonight he's speaking directly to us. No matter what it is that you've done that you didn't think you would do, I mean, because Peter was sure of himself. No matter what it is, no matter how tough the going gets, and no matter where you find yourself, baby, dust yourself off. And if it has been so rough that you've been down in the mud rolling, wash off. If you can't dust off, wash off and get back in the presence of God. As a matter of fact, go in there with it on you. Just fall in his presence. He ain't gonna run from you. He ain't gonna run from you. Whatever it is that you've done, it's not beyond. It's not beyond his forgiveness. All right. This has been One More Minute with Marcy. I'll be back with you tomorrow for another moment of momentum producing motivation. Until then, stay encouraged. And remember, you gotta flutter before you can fly. But flying is in your future.